This is a really important topic, dealing with mixed numbers and fractions. To this point, we've only really been working with proper fractions. Proper fractions are less than one whole. So in this case, this fraction is 1 out of 6. This is not more than a whole pizza. It's just one little piece of it. Anytime that the fraction is less than one whole, it's a proper fraction. And you can tell right away because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. When we have situations where we're dealing with numbers more or equal to one whole, like in this case looking at 2 pizzas, we're going to be writing an improper fraction or a mixed number. So there's 2 ways to write this situation. What we have here is 2 wholes. Actually, this one is 1 whole plus a little bit more from another. So we can write that as a mixed number, and that is going to be 1 whole and 1 out of, and this is the tricky part, we don't count all the pieces in both, we only count the pieces in one of these. So 1 out of 6. So 1 whole and 1/6. The other way to write this is as an improper fraction. And what we do for that is the denominator is still going to be 6 because that's how many pieces there are in a whole. But this time we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total pieces, and we put all that information into one fraction. Alright, let's try looking at this one. What we have here is 1 whole, and 1, 2, 3 more pieces out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3/5. Now the other way to write that, this is the mixed number, the other way to write that is an improper fraction. And the denominator for that is still going to be a 5 because there's 5 total in 1 whole. But this numerator will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8/5. Sometimes we want to change mixed numbers to improper fractions and we won't have a picture. The steps to do that are to first multiply the whole number times the denominator, then add on the numerator. The denominator will stay the same. So for this one, this is 1 whole and 1/3. The rules say multiply the whole number times the denominator. So that's 1 times 3 is 3, and then add the numerator, so 3 plus 1 makes 4. And then the denominator will stay the same. So 1 whole and 1/3, or 1 and 1/3, is the same as 4 and 1/3. Let's try another one. And the way I always show my work is I put a little times sign between the whole number and the denominator. So 18 times 2 is 16. Then I add the 1, so that's 17, and the denominator stays the same, is 2. 8½ is exactly the same amount as 17/2. Alright, now we gotta change from improper fractions to mixed numbers. And the work is going to be the opposite. So what we have here is 7/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And each whole is cut into fourths. So this one's 7/4. If I want to change that into a mixed number, it says divide the numerator by the denominator. The whole number is the quotient and the remainder is the numerator. So let's divide 4 into 7? Well, there's 1 4 in 7. And then I subtract to see if there's anything left, and 3 is what is left. So the whole number is going to be the quotient. The quotient was the answer to the division. So the whole number is going to be 1. The remainder is the numerator, and the denominator stays the same. And this should look right. 1 whole. We had 1 whole here. We have 3 in the numerator, 3 here, and the denominator stayed the same. Alright, one last one. Let's try and change this improper fraction to a mixed number without using a picture. It said that the first step was to divide. So 16 divided by 7. Well, 7 times 2 is 14. Take that away, and I got 2 left. Now I write it as the quotient is the whole number. There's 2 whole 7s in 16. The remainder is 2, and that's going to be the numerator. And finally, the denominator stayed the same. So 16 out of 7 is equal to 2 2/7.